Hey, welcome to Phantom of the Red Carpet. I hope you enjoy this LGBTQ friendly video. Lauren's alarm went off and blinked at 6 a.m., but she was not budging until she heard her mother in the kitchen getting breakfast ready. "Lawrence, your breakfast is ready." Lawrence was quick to answer, "I'm getting up." She got up and sat on the side of her twin-sized bed and placed her forehead into her head. All she could think about was yesterday, how she wished she was never born. Yesterday's events went spinning around and around again like a cyclone going on around in her head. All she could think about was how Matt, Asher, Bo, and Blake dumped her head in the toilet as they mercilessly flushed the water on her. She was still hoping that the toilet wasn't full. How she hated school. How I wish I was homeschooled. If her mother had the time, life would be bliss, but her mom works a 5 to 9 job as a waitress at a local restaurant. Even her own father wouldn't give the time because he left her mom and he was no desire to get in touch with her. She felt like she was stuck and drowning in quicksand. "I guess I better get up and get ready." Lawrence took her hands off her forehead and walked over to her dresser, and she quickly got dressed. After she was done dressing, she walked into the kitchen and saw her mother smiling at her. However, her smile quickly faded as she noticed that something was wrong. "Are you okay? I noticed that you don't have your wig on today. I thought you loved its cut." Lawrence looked down. "The wig looks pretty, Mom, but kids at school think it looks funny on me." Mother smiled. "I think it looks nice on you." Lawrence grabs her wig from her backpack. "Here it is, I will put it on." Mom smiled. "Now don't forget to put your chin up." It was Lawrence's turn to smile. "And I'll wear it with pride." His mother affirms, "You look cute." It wasn't long after breakfast that Lawrence got ready for school. Once she finished, she was already in the school bus. How she hated the school bus, and even the bus driver wouldn't say anything on her behalf. Lawrence hoped she wouldn't see Bo, but there he was at the front seats. Bo looked behind him and he spotted out Lawrence. "What's wrong, girly boy? Did Mommy not buy you the latest makeup? I have a surprise for you today." Lawrence dropped her head. "Don't." Bo started laughing at his own jokes, and some of the other kids gawked or laughed along. Not much of anything else went on, except that Bo kept on snickering. Lawrence shook her head and turned towards her window. After a 20-minute drive, the bus arrived at the school entrance. All of the teens got off the bus and entered the building. After moments of walking, Lawrence reached the locker hallway. Jessica, who was right by Lawrence's locker, spoke up. "I found a new name for you. You should go by Laura instead of Lawrence." Laura smiled. "Thank you, I like that." Jessica beamed. "You're welcome." Laura quickly grabbed her school books and then she headed off to English class. Laura loved English class and literature. She also passed A's in history, but she hated being picked on in those classes by either Bo, Matt, Asher, and Blake. When she had her book and other material ready, she looked up from her desk and wound up looking at Matt. Matt smiled, but not in a good way. "Hey, girly boy, I have a surprise for you. I can't tell you now, but you will find out soon." Laura cringed. "My name is Laura, not girly boy. I don't want your surprise." Matt grinned obnoxiously. "You don't have a choice." Laura spoke up. "I don't trust you." Matt winked at Laura. There was a gleam of spite in his eye. The worst part is that Asher was assigned to the seat that is behind Laura's seat. All he ever did was to make sure that the class that she was good at became the class that she would hate. And there he was, sitting behind Laura. Laura was trying to hold her sigh in as she felt his breath blowing on the back of her neck. Laura moaned, "Please stop." Asher laughed. "What is wrong? I didn't do anything." Laura groaned. "It came from behind me. You are the only one there." Asher was unapologetic. "For what?" Laura was really trying to stand up. "You are blowing in my hair." Asher laughed again. He grabbed the wig off of Laura's head. Laura cringed. "Give it back." Asher was grasping the blonde wig as he was holding it up for everyone to see. "Asher, girly boy really wants to be a girl. He got himself a fine lady's wig." Laura tried to get it back as some of her classmates were laughing, but she was too late as Asher threw it in the trash. She quickly grabbed it out and noticed Blake's fake cheering. "You should join the cheerleading squad. With that wig, you would be the star of the show. Here comes the first male cheerleader." Laura started crying. "Stop! Leave me alone!" The door opened and everyone went back to their seats. The teacher looked cross, looking at the students. "Go to your seats. Stop horseplaying. Whose wig is this?" A girl quickly handed it to the teacher. "It belongs to Lawrence." The teacher shook his head. "Sorry, Lawrence. You can retrieve it after school. I will take care of it until then." The teacher puts the wig into one of his drawers in his desk. "Lawrence, you are too old to play dress-up in the school." Laura said something brave back. "I am who I am." The teacher threw a pencil at Laura. "I'll write you up." The rest of the class laughed. Lawrence ducked and went face to face with her English book. "At least I get good grades." After about an hour, the bell rang and every student left the classroom. All the students rushed to the long locker hallway, and while they were there, they were grabbing their school books out of their lockers. But when Laura got to her locker, she spotted something painted on it, and it was aggressive. Laura tried to brush it off, but that did not help. Shame rushed into her cheeks. She grabbed her school books, and when she looked on the right, she saw Matt standing there in front of her. "What are you going to do once you get pregnant, sir?" Laura didn't know what to say this time around, but she was horrified. But Matt didn't care. "Don't worry, we'll enjoy watching you fail." Some of the students were teasing her. Shamed, Laura quickly grabbed her books for the next class. After all the classes were finished, it was PE. Lawrence knew that there would be trouble. She was okay with all the exercises. She was not worried about anything, but she could sense trouble. Once PE was over, she headed to the showers with the other classmates. She took her shower and everything seemed to be okay. That is until she looked at the shower stool, and then she had a panic attack. All of her clothes were gone. "Bo must have taken it while I was busy getting a shower. He has them for sure. What do I do?" Laura grabbed her towel and went into the locker room. She looked around her and spotted out Bo. "Can I please have my clothes back?" Bo wasn't kind and ran off with her clothes into the hallway. "It's yours if you want it." Laura felt ashamed as she ran over to Bo. But just as she reached Bo, she saw Asher, Blake, and Matt. They started teasing her with her clothes. "Please give it back." Laura looked around her and saw a few of her classmates laughing. "You think this is funny?" Those students shrugged their shoulders and went on their way. Matt grinned. "See that? No one cares about you. But don't worry, we'll take good care of you as long as we have Bo as hallway monitor." After a few minutes of waiting for her clothes, Blake noticed Jessica standing there, and Blake had something to say. What? Don't arc on us or I'll pour super glue in your hair. Jessica bravely smiled. I already did. Well, he wouldn't do anything to us anyway. Over the intercom, they could hear all their names being called. Bo, Matt, Asher, Blake, and Lawrence, to my office, please. Once the teens entered in the principal's office, Blake spoke up first. We were just toughening him up. It's time for him to be acting like a man. The principal sighed in deep. I don't think any of you here even knows what being a man is. You are all too young. The principal sighed again. Please try not to roughhouse it. You four can leave. Asher gave Laura a told you so look. Laura quickly looked away. To be continued. Thank you for watching the video. Give it a thumbs up sign and don't forget to subscribe. If you wish to donate, go to the About section and hit the link Buy Me a Coffee. Thanks.